Hey everybody, we are back and we are talking some more teaching math remotely. In fact, I just had a meeting this morning with some of the admin at my school and we're just gearing up for like whatever grade level. How are we going to do this and with a mix of situations? And we know that GeoGebra is a great solution for everyone to get that math piece going.
Totally. GeoGebra is awesome. And we have a lot of exciting news. Can we start off with a drum roll, whatever? But yeah, why don't you share your screen, Alice? We'll show it. We'll show you just GeoGebra.
Screen, all
Yeah,
right.
we just released something earlier today.
Okay,
Yep.
Windows, and I got to make sure I'm doing the right account. All
Go
right,
for it.
so I'm going to screen share an application window. I hope it's this one. All right, and where am I going? I'm assuming geogebra.org. No? Did I lose you? What happened to Tim? All right, so Tim was super excited. He's been holding it in for a long time that GeoGebra is coming out with some new features.
There we go.
Oh,
We're back.
You're back.
So I just put in the chat for everybody there where Alice is going to go there. But check out that. Do you notice anything different, Alice, in that main swim lane?
Anything different. Okay, this is like a trick. Great question.
Scroll down a little bit.
Scroll down. Okay.
Too far. No, stop. Up a little bit.
Okay. Well, it's unfair because you already told me. But it's sneaky. I feel like it should just be on there up front. So you now have illustrative math 6 to 8 curriculum. Like
that's it.
Straight up curriculum. So if I click on this.
Go for it.
This is what we can share out.
Yeah, I just did. That's what I put in the chat there. And
okay.
Just to let people watching know, what we at GeoGebra have done is we are in the process of taking the entire IM 6 to 8 middle school math curriculum, which is a great curriculum in and of itself. We haven't added to it, but all we did is we made it 100% digitally interactive and accessible for teachers and students who have to engage in some kind of remote learning in the fall. So Alice, if you would, could you click on grade 6? Let's just demo this really quickly. Okay.
Grade 6, cool.
Yep. Again, so let's go 6.11. First URL there. Tiling the plane. Okay. Now, the way that if you were to click on both lesson and practice components, which is the way the IM curriculum is structured on their website there, it's literally the same thing. So, but what we've done at GeoGebra is we literally have made it digitally interactive, like so you as a teacher can engage your students remotely.
Which one doesn't belong? How lovely.
So, but it's a great curriculum. We didn't author the curriculum. Open Up Resources did, and it was authored by Illustrative Math, but all we did was put the digital interaction 100% on it. If you would, please, could you click on the Create Class button in the upper right corner?
So this is creating a live lesson, right?
Yes, I love the name Live Lesson, but GeoGebra calls it GeoGebra Classroom. You, as a teacher, you can name your class, okay, as such. Go ahead and hit Create there.
Okay, so then this is my code, but I can copy this. I'm going to copy the link.
Yep.
Join my live lesson for GeoGebra math. Okay, so I'm going to send that out.
Okay. So right there.
Were you able to get it?
Yep, I am going to go click on it right here myself here. I'm just going to type in the code. I'm going to join too as a student. You're going to be the teacher. I'm going to play the student.
Me and Tim were just talking about this. I'm like, I'm having a hard time calling it a class because it's a live lesson.
Yep, and so but I like the name Live Lesson. But GeoGebra calls it GeoGebra Classroom. And so as I'm talking here, I'm going to actually join the class as a student. And I hope as many of you watching can join this class as well, just to experience what it's like as a student. Okay, so let me join here. What was the code again? Because I couldn't get the URL. Was it D something?
HXB.
Yep.
DNF. Now, if I leave, will that cut everybody out?
No, you can go to another URL browser, and you could go to another tab or close it out and go. It'll be there. Yeah.
Yep. Can they do the GeoGebra Classroom live lesson class without me?
Yeah. They
Okay.
could. Now,
So then how
right
do I
here,
shut this down?
what's that?
So how do I shut this down then?
Well, you shut it down. Just close out the browser window. I'll tell you what. Let's leave your. Go ahead and leave your class.
Sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead. Exit out of that browser. Let's suppose you was teacher. Oh, I closed my computer up. Where do I get back? Go ahead and exit out.
Just close it.
No, close the tab that it's in, right?
Okay.
Not that one. Yeah, that one. Yep. Now open up a new tab.
Okay.
Go to geogebra.org again.
Right.
And what you want to do is go to your profile, left side. Your class will always be found there. You see it?
Now I'm just going to point out that when I made a class, which is a live lesson, it gives the name of the activity. So I on purpose put in front of it that this is my live lesson, and I probably should have put the date on there as well, because otherwise I'm going to have a lot of things that look the same even though they're the class thing. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's your preference. I mean, I don't know if I would personally, but every teacher's different. So teachers can do what makes them and their students happy and what makes sense. I think it makes sense. I think a lot of teachers, I don't know if students really care more what the lesson title is. It's probably the teachers that do, I'm guessing. So for your organization and such, but again, but you got already, Alice, you got 10 students here that are ready to get started. So
can you answer Green's question?
Yes.
Where do the answers go?
Now we at GeoGebra, we put the correct answers in here. So Alice, could you go to, I'm going to show you right now, Maureen. Can you go to tasks overview, Alice, please, on the left side? Let's click on task. Let's click on task 1. Okay.
Wait, I'm just tripping out here where I can see that someone's been doing task 8 already. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Yep. Real time. So now I can see all student responses. I'm going to type hi, Alice, and not even answer the question, right? And you'll see it pop up right there. Okay.
So your student, I show names, hide names. So there's Tim.
Yep.
No, it's not Tim.
Yeah. And so this gives you the power to screen share so students don't feel bad that, oops, I answered incorrectly. You know what I mean? You can actually foster meaningful discussion with your students in this way. All right. Let's take a, if you could actually go take a look at, let's find, I want to show you something else here. Let's go to task 5.
Okay, task 5.
Or actually, no, hang on. You know what a better task is? I'm sorry. Go to task 8. Okay.
Task 8.
And for everybody who's joining here, your task 8 is actually in the practice component of the lesson of the GeoGebra book that you're in right now. Okay, right here, that's task 8. So right now, this question actually asks the student to draw 3 different quadrilaterals, each having an area of 12. So you know what we can do? See, this was a paper and pencil question on IM's curriculum. It's not bad. Paper is an option for sure when you're physically in school.
Okay, so draw 3 different quadrilaterals, each with, oh, this is lovely, each with an area of 12 square units.
Right. Okay, so you want to view the original there. So go back to the class, hit the back arrow. Okay.
Another tab because I just wanted to know what the question was.
Yep. So can you actually show the names for a second?
Sure.
Right,
so
let's see here. Yep. I'm zooming in right now, right? I'm zooming in on my rectangle. And you'll see the change come up in like every 2 seconds. You see there? You're watching students build this over time. Now,
this is so cool.
It is. I love it because you know what? You don't have to engage in the hassle of screen sharing.
Right.
You know, students are this is the key thing. Pedagogically, students are at the center of their learning here. You are watching students engage, and you can see, again, this is a simple task, you know, but at the same time, you can see what's going on in real time. It's powerful. Very powerful. And because illustrative mathematics is all about embracing the productive struggle. You can zoom in on one kid's work right there. Now, granted, Alice, that's only
and mess yours up.
Yeah, it's not messing mine up personally because right now, see in the upper right corner, it says that's only a preview and nothing saves. Okay.
Okay.
But
so yours showing.
Well, because the changes do not occur when you zoom in up close. The changes only occur in the thumbnail previews that you see at the moment right now. I believe GeoGebra in a few months will make it so that you will able to see live changes happening like in your face like you are right now.
So maybe I'm just confused. So I clicked on yours.
Yep.
And I come back and I see it's the way it was.
Because I didn't
that I messed it up.
No, because you're not me. I can only mess it up.
So
But
why did you let me mess it up? What's the purpose of that?
of you messing it up?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, let's suppose in a breakout room or in a private comment session, you want to click on my work and say, hey, give me a private comment. Or maybe you and I have a virtual conversation while everybody else is working and taking their headphones out, right? You could say, Tim, dude, that's not even a rectangle, you know? And what does a rectangle have? And so you can see up close and work with up close while you're screen sharing, and I could watch you. Now, it's not changing on mine yet, but you just have basically a modifiable copy that whose changes won't save. It's a preview. That's all it is. Okay.
I just don't get it.
No, but basically think of it this way. Think of it as in a Google analogy, think of it as, go back to the thumbnails for a second. All right. This is not like, it doesn't work this way in Google like that, but basically you're watching a bunch of Google slides being edited for where every kid has their own copy kind of thing. Imagine that.
Except if I go into the slides,
right, you cannot
changes the students.
Right, but again, GeoGebra, this is only a beginning version. It's going to get better and better over time.
I'm excited.
You know? Yeah, so I just wanted to show you that quickly there.
This is amazing. So, I mean, it has the entire curriculum of math for grades 6 through 8. So any teacher teaching math remotely should be coming over grades 6 through 8 and like ditch the textbook. Boom, let's use this. Is that accurate?
I would say sure. And I'll show you even one more thing. Like the pen tool, teachers want that. Thank you, Gabby. Teachers love that pen tool. Can you go to task 12, everybody? Just to show you what's possible here in GeoGebra. Alice, if you'd be willing to quickly go to task 12 down there on your teacher overview page. Yeah. Now, you'll notice that GeoGebra, those of you that are looking at it, GeoGebra has a pen tool, like a whiteboard pen tool there. I'm doodling all over it. It's going to come up in a second. See, Tim B. Alice can see me writing in cursive here, right? But now you can see students literally, you could draw segments, you can dissect it, and I'm going to say the area of that piece is 15. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anything, you can literally watch the progress. Formative assessment is so natural here.
If I click on this, it's a preview.
Yep.
Do I lose seeing you in live time?
At the moment you do, yes, but watch, I doodled on it some more. You're not going to see it yet, but if you go back, you'll see the extra doodle that I made.
Oh, I do see it.
See it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just love about this, and for me, is I'm going to hide their names.
Sure.
Screenshot, and then we're going to use this. I mean, nothing makes me happier than valuing different approaches.
Awesome. Oh, totally.
So the fact that I can do that.
Right. And again, what I love about GeoGebra Classroom is learning is about the students, not about the teacher. It's not about teachers and their agenda. It's about what can students do and accomplish. And we're going to quantitatively, we're going to accomplish less, in terms of quantity, but quality can go so deep, which is so rich, But it
doesn't look like anybody on here is really doing it the same way. That's just interesting. And it seems like it would be really simple, and yet
multiple approaches
on there, and I think really the magic sauce for what we should be doing with math is not giving kids the impression there's one way to approach it.
Totally. And this is just the power. GeoGebra Classroom is going to get even better in their next update coming soon.
Right,
so let's see.
Why her name's not showing up?
When you logged into GeoGebra, you mean going into geogebra.org login, Caroline, or do you mean logging into Alice's class?
In here, you show names.
Maybe. Let's go back to where it says live lesson in the top corner there, please, in the upper left. Let's see if we can answer Caroline's question here.
In the upper left, I go to live lesson. Okay.
Yeah, that's the big overview page. Those are the students in your class. And Caroline, I think Alice, did you post a link in the thing there? Or no? Oh, yeah, no, Caroline, you could still join this class if you're not logged into GeoGebra. See, Alice, the thing is, like, kids can join this. I didn't log into GeoGebra in the browser that I'm in, and my work is still showing, but my work is not going to save. It's for the live lesson in the moment at the here and now. I strongly suggest teach.
Says .org.
.org. Then you might want to what was the comment? Let me just look at the comment again. Go back up. Where was it? I think my name is not showing as a student like it has in the past. I'm not sure, actually. You could always go to try logging in, go to your account settings, or try reset password maybe. If you go to your profile, Caroline, go to the three dots in the corner, edit, go to your settings. That should allow you to type in a new username, or if you don't like the one you see. Can a teacher remove a student if they draw something inappropriate without shutting down the class? Maureen, at the moment, that is a great question. I thought the same thing. At the moment, no, but GeoGebra knows about that, and they are, again, this is a work in progress, okay? I mean,
not today. So
right.
I know I like to code things, and inevitably I put something on like, wall, but can you do this? Like,
Right.
I can't do everything at once.
Right.
So
And Lou asks,
appreciate, let's
yeah,
get out what works and then work on adding extra features. I'm excited to see what they do.
exactly. And Lou,
This one comes under the it's coming.
it's coming. Yes, for the teacher now. Now, if Alice logs out, Alice will be able to see a copy of all students' work. So then, if we have a Google Meet where I'm getting extra help, she can show me my work. But pretty soon, Lou, what's going to happen is that if a student has a GeoGebra account and they join Alice's class, then automatically on the student's profile page, they'll have a class with all their work saved. It's not there yet, but I promise you, it is coming.
That'll be
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
And
But so this is the power of GeoGebra Classroom. Is there a multiple choice question on there, or check all that apply, just so you can see the power here? Let's see. Let me go back to the
good question. Multiple choice number 11.
Is it?
All right. So if
okay.
you who are joining in want to go to number 11.
Go to task 11 there. Yeah. Now, as soon as people start checking boxes, this is a check all that apply, I think, right? I started checking a bunch. Would you please, if you could just humor Alice and me, please, would you just check and uncheck like fast, just to show you how fast this changes and updates?
Nice.
So you got it right there. And Alice, I think someone before asked about showing correct answers. Is there a show correct answer button in the upper right corner?
It sure is.
It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire sort of thing, right? So basically, is that all the, was it only D&E? Well, maybe, again, we could have made a mistake and do that, but it just came out today. But we're going to double check and proof these. But basically here, again, and also, Alice, you would never show this to your students. If you scroll down to the very bottom on one of these questions, scroll down a teeny bit, go to where it says student answers and look at this. You could see who answered which one.
Mm-hmm.
So again, not that I'm all about, multiple choice being everything. Sure, they have their place, but when they do, you have the fast data right there when you want it and need it.
That's why I like it. I'm not using that as so much things I'm doing for points, but I sure do like having the multiple choices, is getting the data, informing what I do next, and helping me to just do some quick and dirties, and then
totally
get something that I can focus on that's deeper without I can't do everything at a deep level. That's just basically it.
Right, especially in remote learning. One comment I wanted to make yesterday, and I was going to mention it to Chris when he was here, but Chris's partner in crime, math recess, Sunil, he actually posted a Facebook article that just like, oh my gosh, this is what I couldn't put into words, and it just finally said it. But basically, I'll try to share the link if I could find it in our next one. But the title caption was, "What works best for remote learning is the same that works best for real normal school, and it's not direct lecture or something like that. It's not passive learning." The best type of learning, in the classroom is student-centered, interactive, active, engaged, and fun learning, right? Same thing online. The platform, I don't want to sound like terrible saying this, but again, objectively, I don't want to say the platform is irrelevant, because it is relevant, and it's a very sensitive thing. But teachers, the thing is, the platform is relevant, but the point is, it's like, you can use the tech and not be a tech expert, say, and still engaging your students as much as possible in this form of GeoGebra Classroom, which Alex likes to call live lessons, because that's what it is, But you can engage your students and not have to freak out thinking you got to make hours and hours of lectures to shove on YouTube. So, but yeah. So no, thanks for the questions. Keep them coming for sure. We at GeoGebra, we're really, really excited about this. Again, there's a lot of solutions that are out there. This is one of them. Okay, there's a lot of great platforms out there. Alice, if you'd be willing, so we could keep this class up, but again, everybody, the whole IM curriculum 6 to 8, it's going to get released in stages.
Okay, So
Yep.
right now it's in here saying not the whole thing's in there, but it's coming.
Yeah. Well, if you click on it, right?
Yeah.
And say click on grade 7, for example. It doesn't matter the grade you pick. Click on grade 7 or 8, whatever. You see every grade has unit 1s done.
Got it.
Unit 2s are coming. We couldn't do the whole summer.
Released today. Got it. I understand.
Yeah, because there's schools that started this week. There's schools that are starting Monday, and so this needed to be done. So, yeah. Yeah, so basically it's there, it's coming, and no, Lori, thank you again. This was a team effort. GeoGebra has always been about community, Lori, and we have we were under the leadership. We worked under a young woman named Monique Zhao, and she helped coordinate the whole project, and I helped out where I could, on a part-time basis. But we had teachers locally here in the United States, kind of like doing some authoring and stuff, and just just basically the digital interactive piece, basically copying and pasting, making it digital instead of paper. That's kind of what we've done. You know what else is in this curriculum? I'll answer that in a second. What else we've done is some of the videos, like I don't know if it was Robert Kaplinski or I forgot who did it, like the post-it notes in the sticky cabinet for surface area. How many post-it notes can you stick around? Having kids estimate.
Feels like a Robert Kaplinski.
Yeah, or Matt Voyager. I forgot who, but basically it's in there. Okay, it's totally in there. Maureen asks, I've assigned GeoGebra assignments for homework through Google Classroom. Where do those answers go? Now, for Google Classroom, Maureen, Alice and I are going to talk about that next week. Unlike GeoGebra Classroom, when you assign a GeoGebra task in Google Classroom, student work at the moment will save. All right, but where do the answers go? The answers just stay saved in the student's Google Classroom profile. Okay, GeoGebra works beautifully well where you can actually go to an activity, you hit share Google Classroom, it'll find your classes, you assign it in your classes, and we'll talk about that workflow in one of our sessions next week for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I want to check out a few more of these. Changing scales in scale drawings. Okay, so I'm going to go to the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, this create class is really create live lessons. So I'm going to create class. I'm going to change it to live lesson August 7th for me. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Try this 7th grade math activity.
MGZ.
All right. All right, sent that out.
I'll join too. Can you read me the code again? NGZC. What was it? Because I'm on another screen here.
ZG4CWC.
Okay. Oh,
then just got all of these great activities in here. Holy cow.
NGZG. NGZG. ZG. I forgot the G there. Yeah. There we go. Now, granted, some of these will still be getting, oops, hang on a second. Some of these will still be getting edited over time. Again, it's not 100% perfect. So there were some questions that need some editing, but the beginning ones were like the more important ones because teachers will be starting that. But we're always going to be making edits. This will always be a work in progress, Alice, that we're going to take at GeoGebra, we're going to take feedback from the community, and GeoGebra listens to the community and what they like, what they don't like, and they take it, they take it seriously. Again, they can't answer everybody's little whims and wishes and stuff like that. But at the same time, when there's a constant theme on social media, hey, we need this, that we're looking for this, we gather data and, we meet regularly about this stuff. How can we make GeoGebra, how can we make teachers, happier with GeoGebra, and a lot of EdTech platforms are doing just that, which is good,
This is just such a huge gift right now. I mean, the timing is great. How are we going to do math? I mean, it's grade 6 through 8, and I'm teaching 10th grade, so I need you to hook me up, Tim. But,
sure.
6th grade covers a whole bunch of people who just got free, engaging curriculum, boom, dropped on their lap today. That's amazing.
I was hoping to encourage them to do all 9 through 12, but time just didn't allow for it in a month and a half. It was just too much. But
it's a lot.
But basically, but I will show you other places you can go and start shopping around. If you click on the home, you remember where the home, got to get back to home, the shortcut to get back. There you go. The
Everywhere
GeoGebra there.
on their logo. That works all
Yep.
the time. Every website.
Yep. Look in that first swim lane that says classroom resources.
Okay.
What do you see?
Remote learning templates, elementary, middle school, high school math.
There you go. What do you got? Yeah, that actually goes around, but go back a second. I think you just missed it there. It was one of those four there. Cuts it up.
I thought they were delineated out.
Yeah, no, it's they were, but I actually ended up, I worked late last night. We merged the middle and high school in one because we wanted to fit IM and the templates there because people need to see that stuff, in elementary's thing. But if you click on that last thumbnail there, go ahead and click on it. All right. So you'll see middle school resources, high school. And again, as teachers, we know not everything that's labeled middle school is middle school. Not everything that's high school is high school. I mean, I taught high, middle, both, and I use stuff for one and the other. We all know that. But
I like to use openmiddle.com.
Oh, I love that too.
I was teaching math a couple years ago, and I assigned some kindergarten open middle problems to 12-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, angry, like, why am I doing kindergarten stuff? I'm like, hey, why don't you just do it first to see how it goes? And the next thing here I hear is, I don't understand what I'm doing. I'm like, exactly, because it's a different way of approaching math.
Totally.
So I like to have the students not focus on, what math is it, because they already know how to add in these things, but they didn't know how to think through and do the number sense. So I actually rewinded back with them, let's just how do I use an open middle problem? How do I do multiple approaches? How do I say what's my strategy? And so I think it's just really great to not pigeonhole yourself and be like, oh, that's for younger kids. Because when you start using resources like this, it's different than what they're used to. And even if they learned it, did they understand it? Did they have the number sense around it? And the research shows that only 8% of adults have number sense. So they're pretty fairly confident that while they may be able to get the answer, can they explain it? Maybe not.
Well, it's because and that's evidence of procedural knowledge versus conceptual understanding. Procedural knowledge is saying, oh, I know how a car starts. I turn a key in the ignition. I'm no mechanic, but I know that. But conceptual understanding is being able to describe on what goes on under the hood after you turn it. Oh, you said open middle. I mean, you could look, but can I ask you to go back? Can I give you a couple presents before? Because there's open middle stuff there too. Go back one notch.
Do I just type in open middle?
That'll probably do it. Yeah. Ooh. Go to the book. Go to the book right there.
Book? What?
Yep.
What?
Take your pick. I was trying to work on some stuff, but or even the first one.
My favorite one. It's the one that has the fraction equals a fraction equals a fraction, but the bottom one's double digits.
I haven't made that one. I want to make that one, but I enjoy trying to make these things. But if you just go to the first one, geometry, right, or just click anything in there, like creating a rectangular prism, say, I don't know. But see, what aren't students always asked to find the surface area? Find the surface area. Again, it gets kind of boring, but why not ask students to build a prism with a certain surface area?
Right.
You know what I mean? You could create a class from this, Alice, and guess what? This is I know this one. This is actually a randomization one, so that 144 is a random number. If you hit new problem, it'll make different. There's actually, I think there's over 100 problems that this one generates for kids, and it tells you how many solutions there are. So talking about critical thinking and conceptual understanding, you know what I mean? In that bottom slider there, you could focus on one unique face. If you go to the very bottom there, when I want to help students, I made that for kids to help conceptually see, what's a prism really made up of? Tell me what you see. I want them to tell me, not me telling them. That's my heart in doing that. For stuff like that. But basically, that's just a demo there, but you can create a class from that activity. You can do whatever you want, and showopenmiddle.com, please. That would be.
Anyone who's not familiar with this,
it's an awesome site. Awesome site.
Tim will build it for you in GeoGebra.
Hey, wait. Oh man.
You can make it in GeoGebra. I mean, your students can make it in GeoGebra.
Well, the thing is, GeoGebra has a place. It's just that I prefer, again, I prefer to not have students slide a slider and say, "Ooh, look what happens, what they do." But again, if that's all I can do, I would do that more for review after. But the thing is, you can go to one of GeoGebra's blank apps and start playing with circles like you did yesterday and building.
Can
You
I
know?
take GeoGebra notes and insert in the open middle problem? I mean, I don't have to
Yeah.
an applet. Because what I really love about
You want
using.
to embed the site in there? Go right ahead.
What do you mean?
Copy the URL. Let's try it out. Copy the openmiddle.com. Go to one of the problems you want to copy, whatever.
I'm just.
I hate PDFs like you do, I think, but just you could.
I did change it. Awesome.
You can input it.
Okay. Let's see if we can find my favorite one. I think it's this one. No, but we'll do this one anyway. How many numbers are there between 1 and 3? I wanted one that had a picture on it. Let me do it again.
If you take a screenshot of it, that'd be cool. And then you put the screenshot right in there, you know?
Oh, yeah, exactly. All right. Equivalent fractions. I think it's this one. It's this one. This one.
Yep. Okay, take a screenshot of that thing.
Anytime someone says to me they don't like math, I'm like, really? Let's do this together. Turns out they are good at math. Thinking is fun. Thinking is engaging. Uh-oh, my screenshot's choking. Did it work? Oh, no, I got it. Okay. All right, so I come back over here to GeoGebra.
As you do, yep. Go to GeoGebra's home, find notes. Julie, to answer your question, if you go to Alice Keeler's YouTube channel, I think she has a playlist for this. All right. I also have a page in GeoGebra where we're putting all these as well.
YouTube.
Yep.
I can find real quick my.
I'll get the.
It is.
I have some more to put in here, Julie, but I think this could also start right here as well. I got it right there, but there you go. That's one place, and I also put the links in there too. See, Alice, we're having so much fun. It's already 2:32.
I did totally notice that. All right. So I put that in there with the link, and then what I'm going to. It's my computer's mad at me right now. It's like you have too many tabs open, Alice.
All right. Okay. On the right side. Right side. No, that's left. More great apps. Notes. Click on notes. Yeah. We'll explore GeoGebra notes more next week for sure. But if you go to the paper clip to attach, now you could doodle in there like a whiteboard. See what I mean? And oh, by the way, Google. It's like I call this the math analogy of Google Slides, because go to the very far right at the very bottom. See, like you could add duplicate slides there.
I see it has tiles.
Go to the purple button, the tiles there, right there. You can actually make more slides. Add a new slide. All right. But now click on you can add tools. Yep. Go to the paper clip though. Okay. That's just the typical, yeah. Now this is where it's awesome. So go to picture or image. You could put the screenshot right in there. You could rotate it if you want. I don't know. Like, okay. Again, we're starting to get into territory for next week for sure. A lot of cool stuff to show teachers in little bits.
Come on. Yeah, my computer's like, Alice, you have too many tabs
Going.
open. Where did I save that? Hold on, let me just cancel and do it again because I had saved the screenshot.
I got you.
I was going to drag it and that would work. I don't even know where it's saved. It's on the desktop. Should be here. Where's my screen? What happened to my? So how come there's no drag option? Where did it save? It is auto save captures on the desktop.
Well,
whatever.
Or just take a.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Desktop, auto save captures. This one, and where? I don't know where this is. I'll just stick this.
Okay. There we go. So you can rotate it. Now, if you wanted to, Alice, you could put the graphing calculator in there and drag your image in the graphing calculator and then start doing dilations and all this reflections and stuff. See what I'm saying? Talk about live interactive and stuff. Pretty fun. And wait till we play with Graspable Math. There you go. See? Just having your students play with this app, teachers, you can play with the app and just take a few days to learn 5 new things about GeoGebra Notes and tell me what you've learned in a private comment in Google Classroom or whatever you use. I don't know. But the point is, it's like, to just, how do you learn by playing, whether it's actual math concepts or whether it's actual math apps, not just GeoGebra, but anyone.
I could just
There
drag.
you go.
I could just drag it in.
Yep.
I don't have to click image. I was like, why can't I just drag this in? I can.
All right.
Happy day.
It's time for the weekend.
Yeah. Time for the weekend. All right. Then I will see you on Monday. And we're going to be talking about integrating GeoGebra with our LMSs.
Yeah, we'll start with Google Classroom on Monday and go from there. How about that?
That's my
All
jam.
right.
All right. I'm excited.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everybody. See ya.